Aloha mai kako, Keolamau Tengan here, and we are going into day 3 of our experience talking about resolve to evolve and how we can realize our personal aspirations by really being inspired and how we can create actions from those areas of inspiration to live a life um, of worthiness, of connection, of alignment. And so, what we're going to be talking about today, reviewing from yesterday. First off, what you're going to need is your journal and a pen. Okay. Once you've got your journal and your pen, then we can begin. All right. So, what we're going to look at today really is a matter of how accurate our words are. And to recap, we've done our words of challenge, we've done a word of triumph. And what we're looking at today is taking that one step further and seeing how real, raw, and relevant these words actually are. And so, what you're going to want to do first and foremost is open up to our last page. Remember, we've got a dedicated journal. We're opening it up to the last page in terms of what we created yesterday. And what we created yesterday was taking the words of challenge and of trial and turning it into words of triumph. And so what we're going to look at doing today is seeing how relevant those words are, because we want these words to be something that both feels right and at the same time feels uncomfortable. And what I mean to say is that we haven't yet fully integrated whatever the frequency of these words are. That was part of the challenge of the previous year, is working upon that, becoming aware of it. And so today, what we're going to do is test that. So what we want to do first and foremost is look at our words. And so here I have connection, expression, and prosperity. And so what we want to do is take a look at that and kind of test it a little bit. And so, for example, one of the things that I like to use is what's called muscle testing. This was something that is, generally pretty common and popular nowadays in more of the metaphysical community, and was popularized by David Hawkins, and really was an incredible tool, has been an incredible tool for me in terms of the relevancy um, and truthfulness of myself and these decisions. And you can muscle test anything. But what it really looks into is more of the somatics of our body, which we're going to be really immersing in today. So to do that, you need to figure out which hand is which. You want to have a dominant hand and a non-dominant hand. And on your dominant hand, that's going to be your anchor. So I'm a righty. So that's my anchor. That's the stronger of the two hands. The other hand is the finger. It's going to be the tester. Okay. And now what we're going to be basically doing is testing. Show me it. Well, first calibrating. Show me a yes. It holds strong. Show me a no. It breaks. So my finger on the weak hand breaks. Again, show me a yes. Show me a no. One more time. Show me a yes. Show me a no. Okay, we're calibrated. Our body knows what we're doing. And now we can see how relevant these words are. Okay, so I have connection, expression, and prosperity. And so I'm going to test this, all right? And you can do it too. I'm going to say my word, my first word. You say your first word. Repeat after me. Is it in my highest and best interest and for the greater good for me to work with the word connection this year? Okay, so it's not. I'm close, right? The challenges of 2021 carrying over into the opportunities and the triumphs of 2022, we did that with the alchemy of it. However, the word that I really came up with is, I feel close, though not necessarily exactly it. So I'm going to kind of feel into it a little bit. Okay, I got one. In my highest and best interest and for the greatest good is the word intimacy best for me to use this year? Oh, okay. And now, as I even say the word, I can feel it. I can feel something. And we'll talk about this next. So, if your first word was relevant and you proved positive, terrific. Keep on going. If not, then we want to do a correction right here. So I'm going from connection into intimacy. Okay, perfect. All right, next word. Back to the test. Is it in my highest best interest and for the greatest good for me to use the word expression in 2022? Okay, expression is good. I'm going to keep that. Last word. Is it in my highest and best interest and for the greatest good for me to use prosperity in 2022? Okay, another break. And this happens. Terrific. Okay, so let me feel into that then. Prosperity, isn't it? Yet it's in that same line. Is it in my highest? Let's test your new word if you have a new word that you want to test. If not, then just watch. Is it in my highest and best interest and for the greatest good for me to use the word wealth in 2022? Is it in my highest best interest and for the greatest good for me to use the word affluence in 2022? Okay. So, as you can see, our body has a lot to say. I'm changing it now from prosperity to affluence. So I have 3 words now, 2 of which are new or changed: intimacy, expression, and affluence. How are your words? Did they pass your muscle test? And I'll talk a little bit more about the muscle test on a different clip. In any case, all of a sudden, we've got our words set, either confirmed and or redefined. We can go from this page here to the next clear pages. All right. Now we want to really feel into it because, as I said, we haven't fully integrated these words. All right. Which means that they're not going to feel very natural. And that's okay. That's a good thing because we are working upon its embodiment. So what we're going to do now is transition into a quick breathing exercise, not quite as extensive as we did yesterday. We're going to use our words of opportunity, of context, to be able to best define what it is that our body is experiencing. And remember, we do have that other word as well, and we'll test that as well at the end. All right. For right now, though, just go ahead and close your eyes. And just breathe. Feel yourself with each and every breath out, releasing any tension, any tightness within the body. With each and every breath in, bringing more of our awareness here and now. With each breath out, releasing anything and everything that does not serve us in this present moment. With each and every breath in, connecting. Now in this state of ease, connected to our body, allow your awareness to rest at your feet, becoming aware of our feet and our ankles and our lower legs up into our knees. Become aware of our thighs, the length of our thighs into our hips and pelvis, in through our trunk, our lower back. Become aware and connected to your fingertips and to your hands, your forearms, upper arms, and shoulders. Connected with our chest and our back, our lungs and our heart. Through our neck, muscles, through our shoulders, connecting into our neck, our upper spine, Oh, the muscles of our jaw, cheeks, and brow connected to the totality of our head and the entirety of our body. Now, with eyes still closed, bring to mind and heart your first word of context and of triumph. Now, quietly within inside of yourself, repeating 3 times this word. And as you do, just become aware of how your body responds. Where in your body do you now experience tension, tightness, and stress? Just acknowledging where it is inside of your body and just letting that go. Knowing that you will remember its location and its sensation. Now bring to mind and heart your second word. Repeating it quietly within inside of yourself 3 times. And again, noting where in your body you feel any sort of tension, any sort of tightness. Merely observing, withholding any kind of judgment. Knowing that you will remember its exact location and where it is inside of your body. Lastly, now bring to mind and to heart your last word of triumph. Quietly within inside of yourself, repeating it 3 times. Noting where in your body you experience this, any areas of tension, any areas of tightness, sensations of the resonance of your word. Lastly, bring to mind and heart your word of context, the word that you were able to identify as being most representative of the paragraph we did yesterday and of all the words we've done. Feel into it. Does it still feel resonant? And if it does, terrific. If not, allow a new word to come forth. And this now, our final word. Again, repeat it quietly within inside of yourself 3 times. Noting where within your body you experience it and what that sensation is like. Now breathe out, allowing all air to expire from your lungs as you breathe in slowly, deeply, fully holding this breath. Exhale heavy with a sigh. And please open your eyes. All right. Now, what we have is some information. What I'd like you to do is on your own now, use your journal to write those 3 words on one side, providing some space. And then for each of those 3 words, write where in your body were you experiencing and what that experience and sensation was like for you. We're going to use this tomorrow as we digest a little bit more of it. For now, though, love and aloha. Take care, and ahui ho.